Hey viewers, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to show how to make your own 90 to 9194 DSM cam angle sensor adapter. So over here we have every cam angle sensor you can use on a DSM or a turbo Colt Mirage. So the Colt Mirages came with this style, the 89 Dodge, Plymouth Colts, and Mitsubishi Mirages all used the 90 style DSM cam angle sensor, and even the non-turbo 2.0 90 DSMs can use this adapter too. So it basically allows you to use the stock harness, which is what this is here, and it adapts it over to the 9194 connector that we have up here, so that you can plug in one of these and use these because they're A, more common, B, they're less likely to have issues with the wiring, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Basically what happens is on the 90 cars, they get installed like this on the cylinder head. On the 9194s, they go on like this, and one of the key differences that you'll notice is the wires come out on the underside of this cam angle sensor, where what happens with age, the oil seal gets brittle and it starts to get oil leaks, and the oil comes down here, goes into these little wires, and it burns up. And like if you look at this one, it's just aged and deteriorated. The wires, they're like they'll crack if I really mess with them. I don't want to damage this any more than it already is damaged. I'm probably going to replace these wires, but if I do that, I'll make a video about that. But pretty much the purpose of the video is just to show that when they updated the design, they thought about, we shouldn't put the wires down here because the seal could could leak and bring oil and other trash down onto the wires and create a misfire or other problems. So they used this cam sensor on 91 to 94 1G DSMs basically. Some of the later years got the black Hall effect cam sensor, which is arguably the best of these three here. I'd probably say it is probably in terms of accurate readings, but if you're using an aftermarket engine management system and it requires a Hall effect setup, this is the cam angle sensor that you're going to want to get. They use these on the Evo 3, and I'm sure there's other cars that Mitsubishi use them on. We can actually get them here in the States from Rock Auto still. They're like $180 or so, give or take, which isn't cheap, but if you need it, it's nice to know we can still sort of get them. You can remove these plates and stuff and powder coat them, which is what I did with this one here, just to make it look a little cleaner. And I replaced the seal in here with some gaskets that I got from Dorman. I don't recall exactly the part number or anything like that. It was such a while ago that I did all this. Also was trying to do a gray one, but regardless, I made this diagram here, and I'll leave a link in the description because I posted this as well on DSM Tuners, so you guys can find it. But basically, you copy the most important thing is just to make sure that you're looking at your wire connectors correctly. So, for example, the diagram has these two notches in it. So you want to find the two notches on the left of your connector, like this one right here, how you have the two notches here, and then you basically count the wires. The first wire on your left is 4 to 1, and then on this connector you want to make sure that the tab for the top, it's not this way, it's this way. You can see the little locking tab right there on the top. So we're pretty much looking at this connector like this right here, and pin 1 is the top right, and that's up here, this black one, and then 2 is the red to 2, and 2's down here pretty much. 3's down on the bottom left, and 4 is on the top left here. So that's pretty much how you do it. You can pause the video if you need to sketch your own little diagram on a napkin or whatever. Or you can use the link that I'm going to leave in the description. You might need to be a DSM Tuners member to actually see it, though. I'm not sure. But if not, I'll see if I can upload this photo onto the channel somehow. Or maybe I'll upload it into the video and you guys can just pause it. But anyway, I'm going to also be doing something very similar to this to update to the Prius coils on your 1GB DSMs. So stay tuned for that if that's what you guys are interested in seeing. The other thing I did want to note about all of these is some Hyundai Elantras and Sonatas also use this style cam angle sensor, so you can still get them from the aftermarket. They're just really expensive. And the other thing is, if you go to a junkyard, they're very hard to find because you have to find a 90 specific car and hope that it's not all deteriorated down here, because the seals, again, they're prone to leaking after a while. And Mitsubishi saw it as a problem, so much so that they put the connector up here. The other thing to note is there is a metal locking clip in this connector. So what I did with this one is I just took the metal locking clip and I stuck it right here temporarily until I'm ready to install it, because I don't want to damage the connector, and I wanted to test it, which I did, and this did fire up my 90 Talon, so does work. My advice also for connecting and joining these wires is not to crimp them, but I mean, you can do whatever you want. But what I did is I soldered and heat shrinked, used marine heat shrink tubing so it's waterproof, and I then ran this wire loom and some zip ties to kind of keep it looking neat, and this allows you to adapt 90 to 91, 94 cam angle sensor. And you can buy these off eBay if you're looking for them, but they're kind of, they're like 70 bucks almost, I think, last time I checked. There could be, ones that are cheaper. You can actually source these connectors from, especially this one, you can source from many different Mitsubishi vehicles. This one you can get from 3000 GTs. I think they have a cam sensor connector that's just like this. Some people have used Hyundai, like year 2000, around year 2000, 2003, 2004, Hyundai Elantras on the mass airflow sensor. They use a connector that's very similar to this, and it just needs very, very minimal modification. I think one of these notches needs to be grinded out, and it'll still work. If you need to get out of a pinch, that can work for you, I suppose. Or if you happen to have a spare wire harness sitting around, you could probably get, I cut these out because I knew how hard they are to find when I took these from the junkyard that I got them from. But so if you do get one of these from a parts yard or something, try to get the pigtail with it, and then you could make your own adapter, if you need to. And it's always nice to have backups anyway. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see the Prius coil on plug setup. I also did a similar chart like this for it, and I'll try to upload this, and I'll put a link in the description for this, and I might also upload this picture as well. If I do, I'll leave links to where I'm going to upload it to and stuff like that, so viewers and subscribers can find it. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.